Welcome to yoga. I'm back in my basement. Would rather be out on the deck outside, but anyway, today I'm just getting back, so I decided to do a practice of my favorites. And you will need a strap, so have that handy next to your mat. And we'll begin practice today on our backs. So come on over onto your back. I'm gonna stay sitting. And get comfortable, like stretched out, arms down by your side or whatever's comfortable. Close your eyes and begin your journey inside. By this time, you've probably got your own way of making that transition. So, to our feeling minds, not our thinking minds. And today, as you center and do a body scan, I'd like you to try something a little different, which is to imagine or pretend that you are going into someone else's body, just a different body, and you're witnessing the sensations in that body. So this will help you to be more objective and non-judgmental, not connecting with stories about your own body, your own situation. So as you scan and notice sensations, emotions, feelings, just have what we call a beginner's mind. So as if you have no idea what you're going to discover. It's all new, and just see it as a witness. And just try that. So just take a minute or so to explore and discover in this body that you've never been in before. You're not changing anything, so as you look at your breath, just as the breath, sorry, not your breath, the breath. Just notice the qualities. Right now, you're just checking out this body as it is right now. And now take one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your chest, where your heart space, and begin to take control of your breath. So you just want to begin to slow, deepen, and even out your breath. Feeling your belly rise, your chest expand on the inhale. And retract toward the center, soften on the exhale. So for 7 breaths, as you deepen and even and slow down your breath, focus on the belly. So as if you're breathing right down into your low belly. And exhaling right from the belly. Now your chest will still rise as well, but just focus on inhaling, the inhale and the exhale in the belly. And now, continuing with the slow, deep, even breaths, focus on the hand and the area of your heart space. Inhaling right into that space, right into that hand area, and exhaling out there. It's just a change of focus, same breath. And then remove your hands, bring your hands back. Actually, bring both hands to your heart space, both hands to your chest, and take a moment to create an intention for your practice. So that intention comes from your heart. You want to seal that intention into your heart space. Something you want to take away from practice today, or dedicate your practice to. And now bring your hands back down by your sides. Open your eyes, but stay supine, and your gaze is going to be straight up. We're going to do, it's actually an asana, eye clock. It's to use the muscles of your eyes. You don't do that very often. So envision on the ceiling above you a big clock. So right in the middle, you're going to start gazing right at the middle. And your next inhale, take your gaze right up toward the 12 o'clock, 12, the numeral 12, moving nothing but your eyes. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, right down to the 6. Exhale, back to center. Inhale out to the 3. Exhale, back to center. Just follow my directions. Inhale, 9. Exhale, center. Inhale, 1. Exhale, center. Inhale, 3. Exhale, center. Inhale, 5. Exhale, center. Inhale, 7. Exhale, center. Inhale, 9. Exhale, center. Inhale, 11. Exhale, center. Inhale, 12. Exhale, center. Inhale, 10. exhale, center. Inhale, 8. Exhale, center. Inhale, 6. Exhale, center. Inhale, 4. Exhale, center. Inhale, 2. Exhale, center. Inhale, 12. Exhale, center. Okay, now take your hands and rub your palms together to generate some heat. So friction, friction, generate heat. And then lay the palms of your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes into the blackness, the darkness. Soft gaze, soft gaze. Feel the heat. Just look into the darkness. And then bring your hands back to your sides. And take hold of your strap. Bring your right knee into your chest and put the strap around the ball of your right foot, one end of the strap in each hand. Raise your right leg straight up. So elbows can be on the floor, shoulders on the mat. Lengthen up through your right leg. Point and flex your right foot a few times. Lengthen the heel up toward the ceiling, toes toward your shin. Point your toes toward the ceiling. The strap wants to slip off, just a little tension there. And then foot is flat. Take both ends of the strap in your right hand. Left arm can go out to the side, and let the right leg come over toward the right. Keep your left hip on the mat. So the leg goes only as far as it can go without the left hip coming up. Continue to lengthen out through the right foot. The whole right leg is long. Use the strap to help hold the leg up. Resistance, so you can get a nice stretch in the adductors, the muscles on the inside of your right leg. And then inhale that leg up, change the straps ends to your left hand, and let your left leg come over. Now getting a stretch through the outer right thigh. Lengthen out. And then bring that leg back to the center, bend the knee, take the strap off, lengthen out your right leg, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So left knee into the chest, strap goes around the ball of your left foot. Flex and extend the foot a few times, your ankle. And then reach up your heel, stretch the muscles on the back and fascia on the back of your left leg. Your hamstrings, your calf muscles, Achilles tendon is in there. Tendons don't stretch very much. And then point your toe, reach the toe toward the ceiling. And then flat foot, leg is still lengthening, and let the leg go over toward the left. Lengthen out as the leg goes down, keeping your right hip on the mat. Stretch on the inner left leg adductor muscles. Make sure you're breathing here. Don't hold your breath, so continue with that slow, deep, even breath. Releasing on the exhale anything that can be released. Then inhale back up, change the grip, and let your left leg go over toward the right. Feel and notice, be aware of what is stretching, what is contracting. Inhale, left leg up, remove the strap. Bend your knees and bring both feet to the mat under your hips, about hip width apart. Bring your arms out shoulder height, palms face up, and begin windshield wiper movements. So exhale, bring your legs to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Moving slowly with your breath. Moving your gaze any way that feels agreeable. With the knees, against the knees, or straight up. So some twisting in the spine. Inhale up, exhale, belly in as your knees go over to the side. And then let your knees stay over on the next time you go to the right, let your knees stay over on the right. Come on to your left side so your legs are stacked on top of each other. Arms are out shoulder height, palms up. Inhale, it doesn't matter which happens on the inhale or the exhale, but on one or the other, bring your left arm up over your body so that your left palm meets your right. Slide the fingertips of the left hand out a little bit. A couple more times just like that. And I do inhale, open, exhale, close. Open your chest. And the next time your palms come together, this is shoulder clock. As you inhale, bring your arm up overhead, tracing a circle on the floor. And then your palm will come up, and on the exhale, the bottom half of the circle or clock, bring your arm back around. So if it's comfortable, a couple more times, circle your arm around like the hand of a clock. Slow, be aware of feeling sensation in your shoulder joint. After the third time, pause and do 3 circles in the other direction. So starting down counterclockwise. And after you've done 3, pause. Bring your left arm up, over, and so your arms are shoulder height. Knees come back to center. Tap your sacrum on the mat a few times. And then other side. So let your knees go over to the left. Stack them up. And do 3 times, just bringing your right arm up over your body. Palms meet, slide the right fingertips out a little bit. And then open up again. Three times. And the third time, start with after the third time, your palms together and begin the circular motion starting above your head and then down over your hips. 2 more times. If anything feels painful, modify so that it feels good. And after 3 times, change your direction and do 3, starting with your hand down over your hip and then up, around, over your head. And then after you've completed 3, open your arms back out, bring your knees back to center. Bring your knees up over your hips, so like you're sitting in a chair. Put your hands on your knees and begin to circle the knees in opposite directions. So in toward your chest, out to the side, back together. So a few times this direction. Make your circles a little wider each time. And the next time your knees are into your chest, push them away and then back around. Just the opposite direction. And then pause with your knees over your hips again. Bring your arms down by your side, palms face down. Firm up your core. So bring your navel in and up, low back, press toward the mat. So the core is engaged. And then let your toes move forward and down toward the mat, perhaps touching. And then back up. So a few times in movement. Just strengthen the core and wake it up. So you're continually pressing your low back toward the floor. You can take your toes further away to make it a little more challenging. Keep breathing. And if you want to hold with your toes about 1 inch from the floor, that's more of a challenge. And then hug both knees into your chest, rock around on your sacrum. And then either come onto your side and come up to tabletop or rock up to all fours and come into a tabletop position. So shoulders over your wrists and knees under your hips. Spread your finger bases. Press especially into the ball mounts of your fingers. Take a little pressure off the wrists. Press into your knees, the tops of your feet. And begin cat-cow movements. So the inhale is extension, chest drops, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone. So just start slowly, moving with your breath. And gradually wake up your spine, juice it up. So not entering aggressively, just letting things warm up, lengthen out gradually. And the next time you come to an exhale and your back rounds, let your hips continue back over your heels into child's pose, not to stay. Inhale, scoop back up through cow. Exhale, flex back into child's pose. Just adding one more position for a few breaths. Building an earth salutation. And the next time you come back to child's pose, continue back up into cow. And this time, tuck your toes, exhale up into downward facing dog. Not to stay. Inhale back to cow. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, down dog. So, a couple more times into your own breath. Move through earth salutation. One breath, exhale to child's pose. One breath, exhale to downward facing dog. Stay with the movement all the way. And the next time you come to down dog, pause there. Take a deep bend in your knees. Send your tailbone right up to the sky. Press into your hands, heels toward the mat. And you can keep the bend in your knees. Let your head hang, neck is loose. Or you can gradually straighten your legs. Not all the way. You don't want your knees to lock. So just take a couple breaths in down dog. Lengthening up, rooting down. And then inhale your knees back to the mat. So into tabletop, neutral spine. On an inhale, take your right leg out, parallel to the mat. Foot is flexed. Reach long through the right leg. Inhale your left arm out. So opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching out, balancing on one leg, one hand. Gaze down at the mat. Keep your core engaged. Balance pose. Breathe. And then bring your arm down, your knee down. Sit back on your heels a little bit. Bring some motion into your wrists. We were on our wrists for a while there. You can also be on your fists if your wrists are especially sensitive. Okay, then come back to tabletop, and we'll do the other side. So get your gaze down. Inhale, left leg back, foot is flexed. Reach out, lengthen the left leg. Inhale up the right arm, reach out. Strong core. Even, slow breath. Relax your face, jaw. And then bring your right arm down, your left knee down. Bring your hands forward about 1 hand length. Shoulders come forward over your wrists. Keep your elbows right next to your side as you slowly, slowly lower down, keeping your hips up. Chest and chin come to the mat first, and then slide your hips back and down. Come up onto your forearms. So your elbows are under your shoulders, Sphinx Pose. Palms are spread. Lengthen out. Press the tops of your legs, your feet into the mat. Energetically pull your elbows back, chest through your arms, and raise your gaze. Shoulder blades together on the back. So open chest, shining out. Now we're going to come into a Dolphin Plank. I like to clasp my hands, or you can keep the same Sphinx arms. Tuck your toes, and strong core here. Raise up, flat back, lengthen back through your heels, out through the crown of your head. Don't sag. Take a few breaths, and then lower down. We're going to do it a couple more times. So just lower down, rest your forehead on your hands, take a few breaths in between. And then a couple more times. Come up into Dolphin Plank, forearm plank. Great for your core. One more time. And then lower down the last time. Take one more rest. Just let everything sink right into the mat. Feel energy moving around. And then come back up into all fours, and then up into downward facing dog as we transition into standing. So down dog, walk your feet up to your hands, and come into Uttanasan, standing forward bend, knees bent a lot or a little, whatever is your way. Just take a few breaths in Uttanasan. You can take a hold of opposite elbows. Let the weight of your upper body lengthen out and release your back. Chest can be supported on your thighs, so whatever is safe for you. And then bring your hands to your shins. Come up halfway with a flat back. Lengthen out. Exhale, fold down one more time. And then inhale all the way up. Hands down to the heart center. And we will come into Mountain Pose. So Mountain Pose. Feet can be big toes together, feet pretty close together, or a little further apart. Lift and spread your toes. Find a balance. All four corners of your feet, inner and outer, up and down. Press into the mat. Energy comes right up your legs, shoulders up, back, down, chest open, arms out to the side, palms forward, fingers spread. So active arms, active legs, and then lengthen right up through the crown of your head. Relax your scalp, your face, your jaw, your neck, shoulders, shoulder blades together on the back, but only the effort needed to maintain this beautiful upright posture. Everything is stacked, skeleton supporting you. Take a couple slow, deep, even breaths. And then open your eyes. Inhale, arms up, palms touch. Exhale right down the midline. Make a triangle with your thumbs and index fingers. And inhale, push away. Exhale, pull back like you're breaststroking. Turn the palms up, and we'll do that a couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale down the midline. Inhale, push away. Exhale, swim. 2 more times. Okay, and then let your arms come down to the side. We're just going to work our neck a little bit. So lengthen up. Take your right hand to this left ear and let your right ear come to the right shoulder. So just the weight of your hand, don't press, just let the weight of your hand on your head bring that ear down, stretching the left side of your neck. Left arm can reach out a little bit and down toward the mat. Just a few breaths here. Tension in the neck, and we do that a lot, and shoulders, so this can help. And then take your hand off, let your head come up. We'll do the other side. Left hand toward left ear toward your left shoulder. Reach down with your right arm so that shoulder doesn't rise up to the ear. Notice what is stretching. And then take that hand down to your side, let your head come back up. Bring your chin to your chest and let your chin make an arc up toward 3 o'clock and then back to the center and up toward 9 o'clock. We're on a clock theme today. Just back and forth a couple times. And then chin to chest. Interlace your fingers behind your head and just gently encourage a stretch up the back of your neck, so chin toward your chest. Not pushing, just letting the weight of your hands and arms encourage a stretch in the back of your neck. And then come back to standing, and we're going to do a couple half suns with chair pose. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, up. 2 more times. now we'll do a little balance. So we're going to do a one-legged balance, moving with an option to move into, I can't remember the name of the pose, but you take hold of your toe and stretch your leg out long, but you don't have to do that. So remember balance, focus, gentle focus, soft focus on something that's not moving. Core, playful attitude. So let the weight come into your left foot, come up on your right toes. Bring your right leg up. So this is balance. You can inquire into hugging your knee into your chest and then taking a hold of the toe and straightening your leg out. Oh boy, or moving out to the side. So it can feel easier to step off your mat. My mat's pretty bouncy. But anyway, so make whatever version of, it's Ekapada something. Anyway, doesn't matter what it is. Balance. So focus on the breathing. Stay with your breath. That can help you in your balance. And come out with as much control as you can. Just walk out your legs, shake out any tension, and try the other side. So the weight comes into your right foot. Make sure that hip doesn't jut out. Left knee comes up. Hug into your chest. Inquire into extending, or you can just have it be into your chest. And then come out of that, shake your legs apart. And from the front edge of your mat, have your feet hip width apart. Turn your right toes out 45 degrees and take a step back. We're going to come into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. So this is a closed hip posture. Hips are squared toward the front edge of your mat and not on the same line. So there's hip width between your legs. Bend your left knee right over the ankle. Start from your heart center and then inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out. Just a little movement here. Inhale, exhale, really open your chest. Inhale, exhale. And then you can hold for a few breaths in this arm position or in the more traditional. So back bend here. You can bring your gaze up. Make sure your right hip is moving forward. Thighs are internally rotating. And then bring your hands down, straighten out your front leg. Take a little step, move your back leg a little forward. We're going to move into Uttanasan. So we're going to take a forward bend over our left leg. I've got my toes pointing a little bit straighter here. So your hips are still squared toward the front edge of the mat. Feet are apart. Take your hands behind your back, like holding elbows, or you can have them on your hips. So you're going to inhale and reach your chest forward and out. So you want to take all the bend as much as you can in your hips, not your back. And find you could have a block here, have a hand on your block. So press down into your legs, thighs are rotating inward. This is a balancy kind of pose. Lengthen out. And you can fold forward all the way over your leg if that agrees with you or not. Big stretch up the back of the left leg. Uttanasan. And then inhale, come back up. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Take a couple half suns. Inhaling up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale up through chair, or just come up without chair. One more. And then we'll repeat that sequence to the left. So start in mountain, feet hip width apart. Externally rotate your left foot, take a step back. Right knee right over right ankle. Hips square to the front. So your right hip is moving back, left hip is moving forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then your choice to hold. So as you're holding, inhale, lengthen, exhale, soften, get a little deeper into the pose. Make it as much a back bend as feels good for you. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And then let your arms come down, straighten your right leg, step your back foot up a little bit. Reaffirm the squaring of your hips toward the front. Arms can be behind your back in Anjali Mudra or holding elbows or on your hips. You can come down to blocks. So inhale, lengthen up first. Exhale, reach forwards, long spine, hinging at the hips, not the waist. And then come into your version of Uttanasan. Notice where the stretch is. Stay with your breath. And then inhale, come back up. Bring your right foot up to meet the left. Take a couple half suns. And then come into Uttanasan, standing forward bend. Step back into downward facing dog. Really stretch out our last down dog today, so really make it count. Lengthen your tailbone up, head is heavy. Stretch the backs of your legs. And then come down onto tabletop. Swing your legs around and come over onto your back. We're going to do some bridge. So have your Knees bent, feet hip width apart by your hips. Bring your shoulder blades together on the back so your chest is open. Arms by your side, palms face down, spread your finger base. Inhale, lift your hips, using your legs. You can put a block between your thighs if you want to get a better feel for that internal thigh rotation. You can bring your arms up overhead as your hips come up. So lots of things you can do with bridge. Just move into it gradually. And then there's an option here to hold. There's also an option to put a block under your pelvis for supported bridge. So please pick what's right for you today. As always, listen to your body, not your mind. And then if you're held, lower down. Press into your feet and tap the back of your sacrum. Then push your feet away, slide on the back of your sacrum. Straighten out your right leg. Come over a little bit onto your right hip and let your left knee come across your right leg. Left arm out. Shoulder height, palm face up, spinal twist. So your version of this, modify any way you want to. Inhale, long, slow, deep. Exhale, soften, release anywhere you can. Twists are great compensation for really any other kind of pose. Bring everything back into balance. And then inhale back to center. Straighten out your left leg. Cross your right knee over and twist to the other side. As always, be aware of how your sides are different. If you're getting caught up in your stories about your body, judgments, try being the witness, try being objective observer as if it's the first time you've ever been in this body. You don't know what's happened to it or anything. Just seeing it right as it is, right now. And now come back to center, and if there's any last pose or movement or anything you want to do before Shavasana, go ahead. Do whatever feels right. And then get into your Shavasana pose. Comfortable, symmetrical, and with as little effort as possible. So as you're getting set up, if we were in person, I would be coming around and covering you or giving you eye bags or belly bags or blocks or whatever. So do that for yourself. Don't forget that being kind to yourself is the first thing you do, and that allows you to be kind to others and have compassion. So, like they say in the airplane, give yourself the oxygen first before you help your kids or whatever. So that's the way it is. It's give yourself what you need, and then you'll be able to help others. And just settle in. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Feel the support of the mat. Feel your body. Just release. Let your body just release. Release the thoughts in your mind. Just let them keep moving around in the background, not attaching. If your body's still, your mind can be still. And just feel not only the support of the mat, but the spaciousness, the space you're in, space inside your body. And you might even be able to imagine just dissolving or merging into the universe around you, the space around you. Breathing with the trees, like we talked about last time. Just being a part of something much greater than what is inside your body. Now gently bring your awareness back to the space. Make small movements as you wake your body up. Reconnect with your breath. And gradually come over onto your side. Let's take a few breaths in side child's pose. Just noticing still how you feel, how your body sensations, emotions after practice. Revisit your intention. And then using your arms, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Tall spine, eyes closed. And as we close, I'd like to do a loving kindness meditation. And these are my words, so if you do a loving kindness meditation at home, you make your own words up, but it follows the same pattern. So I will say the words and you can repeat them in your own mind. So, may I be safe. May I feel supported. May I be well. May I be at peace. And then you send it out. So my words for the next one are, may my family and friends be safe. May my family and friends feel supported. May my family and friends be well. May my family and friends be at peace. And then you broaden the circle to others. These are people that you may see or may not know at all. May others be safe. May others feel supported. May others be well. May others be at peace. And then finally you send the wishes to all beings. May all beings be safe. May all beings feel supported. May all beings be well. May all beings be at peace. And thank you for coming to yoga, and please take any benefits of practice and out to share with others. The light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you. Namaste. And just before we go, since we can't do our sharing, and I tried to do that Padlet and I'm not keeping up with it, but Leslie emailed me with a off the mat yoga thing, which was that she read in the New York Times about some gentle yoga moves and stretches that can help you sleep better at night. And I had that experience the other night. I woke up in the night and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I just got up and did what we did today, some earth salutations, just very gentle, and then I rested a few breaths in child's pose, and I went back to bed and boom, I went to sleep. So that's just a little off the mat tip that we would be sharing if we were together in person, so why can't we do it now? Anyway, I will see you next week. Thanks for coming to yoga, and have a good day and week.